every time I've had set goals, I've never stuck to them. It's always gone beyond expectations, and I mean in a good way. And I want cinema to be something that I die with, honestly. And I don't mean it in a dramatic way, like I want to act and I'm going to die with my makeup on. I don't mean it that way at all. I just want cinema to be part of me, because this is my anchor. I've realized that today, and I wouldn't have probably said this a few years back. Films are my stability because it's my work. No, but this is what I mean. When I mean I'm going to die with cinema being part of me, it's in my blood. Even if I do marry tomorrow, and even if whatever I'm, say, in a relationship with someone seriously, I still want cinema to be my primary. Till the end, as long as people will have me, as long as people will watch me. If not acting, cinema will still be in my blood. There is something I will do. I'll branch out, I will do something, because there's nothing else I know. Okay. There's nothing else I know.
And you want to continue doing it till the very end?
I want to. I mean, if all goes well, I'm not going to do it for the sake of doing it. And yes, of course, an actor's shelf life it does take a back seat, probably if you marry, or probably if you're planning to have a baby.
No, but you have survived, you said, for 14 years.
Exactly.
In this industry, 14 years is equivalent to almost 20, 25 years.
Absolutely, that's true. But there's so much I could do. I could do different kinds of cinema. I could venture out globally. I could do so much.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not looking at only doing mass films and, doing romantic films for the next few years. There's something I know I will do with where cinema is concerned.
What's your stress buster, in the sense that you must be under tremendous strain and stress every day?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, there are lows. Everybody goes through them. My stress buster, honestly, Sridhar, I've realized again after many, many years, is just me time. It's just spending a lot of time with myself, reinventing, self-healing, and I spend a lot of time alone. I have a great family, wonderful friends. They are my stress busters. And all I need to do is pick up the phone and speak to one of them. They make me feel like everything is perfect all over again.
Trisha, you would not have been here, literally also, without Uma Krishnan.
Absolutely.
She's a fabulous woman.
Absolutely. And, you know her very well. So,
yeah. I mean, it's only because of her determination that what you are today. You wouldn't have survived even for 2-3 years.
No, I wouldn't have. Because for me, everything that happens behind the scenes is her. Everything. Even in terms of emotionally motivating me or encouraging me, and we have a proper mother-daughter relationship. Where
but more of two friends talking.
Absolutely, but we do have our bad days. We argue, we fight like any mother and daughter. But I've noticed one thing with us: when it comes to work and my professional front, we're on the same page always. It's so fortunate we believe in the same kind of films. We believe in the same kind of morals, in the same kind of principles when it comes to my work. That we work we're a team. And I just feel she does everything. I'm just there presenting it. That's all. She's amazing. She's a great balance of mummy, friend, manager, anchor, everything.
I think she plays a very important role, and I'm sure she would also like you to get married. I know this question you don't like.
No, it's
because
okay.
Recently
in my Twitter. No, it's bound to. No, see, I don't like in the sense people ask it very like, when you're getting married, like, oh, is it the right thing to do? Why aren't you getting married? When you're in your 30s, you're supposed to get married. You've had 15 years, what more do you want? The way they ask it is what I dislike about the question. Now, if you very normally ask me, when do you want to get married? I mean, I don't know, Sridhar. I really don't know. It totally depends on who I'm with and who I meet. I want to feel, is this the person I can live with for the rest of my life? Because I don't believe in divorce. Okay. I don't want to go in for a divorce when I get married, and I'm someone who will. I know tons of married couples around me who are in it for all the wrong reasons.
And unhappy marriages.
And I know these people. Some of them are my friends. They're extremely unhappy. They're in it for the wrong reasons, for children, for families, for adults. I don't want to be in a marriage like that. I don't. And so, I mean, I'm just saying I'd rather wait and do it when it's with the right person. And if it doesn't happen, I'm okay with that as well. Yeah, I'm okay, because then I don't think it's unfortunate. I think it's just, it didn't happen, that's all.
But I hope really someday you settle down. But like you said, to the right guy, and a guy who understands you, that person.
True, who gets it. And more than when I want to fall in love. I want to meet someone. I can't be alone. Now there's a big difference. Marriage is secondary, but I definitely want to meet my companion. That I'm very particular about. Yeah, I want to meet someone who I can share life with, do life with. So that is definitely a priority.
What about Ajith? Ajith and you rocked in so many movies.
He's my favorite. I've always said that and gotten into trouble for it.
Yeah. He seems to be the favorite of all the heroines.
Yeah, because of how he is. He's a complete gentleman. I mean, I go on set, he's like, what would you like to cook? What would you like me to cook for you, today? So who wouldn't like him?
So you have tasted his famous biryanis?
Oh yes, his biryani. I've tasted all his Italian dishes, his pastas. Because I've done, again, I think, four films with him. You can't not have a rapport when you've worked with someone consistently over so many years. He's a complete gentleman, utter professional, and again, I have a lovely, we're both Taurians, so we kind of used to speak so much about food, and we actually don't discuss films. We discuss people, we discuss what's happening around the world, and he's someone I can gossip with, and in a very mild, harmless way, It's never really like, it's never vindictive or anything. It's just someone I love talking to, and I love the way he does life. He had the guts to, at one point, put his acting, say, let me just keep it on the side and let me try something else, when he went into racing, or when he wanted to try and fly a plane, or when when I remember during Yeni Arindal, we used to start shooting at 9 in the morning, so he used to wake up at 5 and go for guitar lessons. Just things that interested him. And he's such a wonderful husband and a father. I mean, I think any girl would want to have a husband like him.
And your pairing in Yeni Arindal was great with Gautham.
It was amazing. It was amazing. And to think, when I think back, that actually I was hesitant about doing the film. I was a bit apprehensive because she has a baby in the film, and she's already married and she's remarrying, and sorry, not even already, remarrying and things like that. But again,
it's a nice character if you really look at it.
It was very well etched out. I think I've got so many good energy for that character, for the character I played. So many comments. Even when today people watch the film, they text me, they post messages, and they tell me they love Himanika. All credit, I have to give it to Gautham, because it was his vision. I just enacted it. And of course, even Ratnam sir and Ajith told me, Trisha, don't think so much. We want you in the film, do it. So it was really sweet when people...
Gautham Menon has given you some very, very,
brilliant,
very classy and meaty roles.
Absolutely.
VTV?
Absolutely. What can I say? That was, Sridhar, when I did VTV, just before that, I was going through a very low phase in my career. And I wouldn't say low means there was nothing happening for me that excited me. It was a time when I'm like, what's next? I mean, should I just take a year off? And then Gautham came to me with VTV, and he was like, I said, it's a nice love story, Gautham, but okay, it's nice, let's just do it. I didn't think it would reach, it was just when he narrated a very simple love story. And after seeing the film, I realized it was his screenplay that made the film work. And he's amazing. He's, again, a director who has always believed in me, who has believed I could pull off a certain character.
But you also had, at that time, the gossip was that you were very close to Silambarasan.
To be honest, I'm still very close to Simbu. He's still a very dear friend of mine, and I don't know how many people remember, we did a film called Alay together, and our friendship has begun from then. So I've known Simbu for about 10 years now, and he's someone, we have a lot of mutual friends. He's crazy, as everybody knows, and I will say this to everyone, I call him crazy as well. And I think somewhere when crazy meets crazy, we have a very good friendship. We don't, I don't remember the last time I've spoken to him on the phone. We don't necessarily chat every day or meet up that regularly, but he's someone I know who will be there for me if I need a friend, and he knows the same where I'm concerned.
What about, you have been linked with Rana. Would you like to say something about it?
Oh God, yeah, that's a never-ending story. It's just been going on and on.
It's been on and off?
Again, Rana, I'll tell you, I've known him since I was, I think, 18, because we were neighbors. When I lived in my old house in T Nagar, he was, Ramanaidu Garu had an opposite, and Rana pretty much grew up in Chennai as well. Again, it's a friendship that started then, and we have these phases of being great friends and then not talking at all. So I guess with Rana, it's a love-hate relationship I share with him.
Yeah, but even now when he sees you at any public meeting, he comes up to you.
He's a very gracious human being.
Very, very gracious.
Very, and that is one thing I will have to say. Whether I'm talking to him, whether I'm not, whether we have a hate going on, he's very well behaved, very well mannered. I like the way he respects people. Rana has a lot of respect respect for people.
He's a ladies' man, that's different.
That he is.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. He's a ladies' man.
Yeah.
But what I like is he's got a lot of good qualities. He respects people. He respects anybody, you know, and
no, he came up to you at an award function I saw recently.
yeah, it was the Provoke Award.
Yeah. He came up to you, talked, and he just didn't mind. I mean, that's the way a gentleman should do.
He is a gentleman. He is, no doubt about that. And he's someone, again, you know, we've come a long way. He's someone, I'll tell you, when I met him also, it was when I did my first photo shoot for Varsham. That was when I met him for the first time. And he has no airs. Coming from a Rama Naidu background, he has no airs. He's very boho and hippie in his head. He's as normal gets. So he's again someone, we go a long way back, so it'll never be someone I can absolutely cut off from or, you know, have an issue with. So that's Rana.
Okay, and now let's come to that you had a lot of tiffs with a lot of females in the industry.
Oh wow, you know.
Right from those days when you had a tiff with Asin.
Oh my God, and I'm not joking, that is a complete rumor. I have never had a problem with any of the women actors, ever.
Yeah.
It's really strange because even I have heard
Because
this.
one time Asin, Trisha, Nayanthara were ruling, there were a lot of...
yes, there was.
Yeah.
Asin, to be very honest, the first time I met her was during, I think, Varsham, the Filmfare Awards, when I won a Filmfare for Varsham. And I have to say this, she went out of her way. She was sitting a few meters away. She came up to me and she said, "You did such a good job, congratulations." That is when I met Asin for the first time. And we've never had a tiff. Maybe there's been media-created competition because she did so well.
Yeah, because she did so well. And
you know, and we've done very similar films, right? If I did a film with Vijay, it was her next. And the same with Vikram, or the same with Surya. It has never been a personal... To have a tiff with someone, you have to be on a very close contact with them. Asin and I have never had that. It's been very professional. We've never been best friends for me to have a tiff.
Okay.
You know, so I have a lot of respect for the body of work she's done and the way she's conducted her life.
What about Nayanthara, your competitor?
I don't know, initially it was like that because even she's been around for donkey's years, you know. We started
she's been here for more than a decade.
Yes, more than a decade. And what happened with Nayan again was, I don't know, I think a lot of our issues we had was media created. Yes, there was a personal disturbance in between, which I don't even want to get into. It happened, again, it was never because of work. It was because mutual friends, it was because of, say, mutual people who we knew. That's it. And it was something, it was not even a tiff, it was just, we probably didn't speak for a while and then we started speaking again. Again, you know, for me, when someone says tiff, I always look at tiffs with best friends. People you've spent years with, people you catch up with every day. And I don't have that kind of relationship with anybody. So there's always a lot of respect. And I know also Nayan is someone who is, we may be competitive individually, but we always wish each other well.
So you wish each other when you meet at a...
Definitely, of course, even now, even this minute. And I know she wishes me well and I wish her the same.
What about competition from younger lot of people like Kirti, Suresh, Samantha? So many people have come and you still survive. 3
years back, maybe 3 to 4 years back, I didn't take it very well. To be very honest, I have to be honest. It was not like, oh, okay, newcomer. I wouldn't say I felt threatened because I always had a good body of work. But I'm like, oh, are there people who can be number one? So I would not even call it pride. Maybe it was a certain arrogance. So I'm like, so many people suddenly, what's happening? You know, when it was, I just felt like I was ruling the roost. And then it was about sharing my space with people. But I just felt at that point, that is called progress and growing in the industry. It's not about taking a step down. It's about moving on to another phase of you know, your work. And today, I'm not saying this with arrogance, I don't consider them my competition. I just feel what they're doing is probably something I have already done. It's something that I have already seen 5 years back or maybe even 10 years back. So everybody gets a place, and I guess I don't look at them as competition. Today, I feel very secure in my place. I just feel there's this little bubble I'm in and only I exist in that bubble.
Okay.
So I don't look at them as competition at all.
But in this industry, it's very difficult to survive.
Normally,
the runtime of a major heroine would be about 4 or 5 years.
True.
But you have been always on top. Yeah, I mean, among the top 3 in South Indian cinema. And that's not it's not easy. It also hard work.
It's a lot of hard work, but then this job is hard work, period. It doesn't matter whether on the top or somewhere in the middle. It's a lot of hard work, as you've seen, you know.
Yeah, but your looks have also changed drastically.
I'm glad. That is, yes. That
yeah,
I'm really
because
lucky.
from when I see you in Lesa and today in Kodi, you're very much, you have no weight problem, you don't have anything.
That, yes, yeah.
How do you manage to keep yourself looking young?
I think I'm metabolically blessed. I don't put on weight. But yes, I think it's a lot of reinvention every other year. I mean, there are times when I don't do anything for 6 months as a rule, you know, just to kind of, and I don't mean rejuvenate, like I'm going to come back with this great script and things like that. I don't mean it that way. It's just about taking time off and taking care of yourself. In this industry, it needs a lot of emotional healing periodically, you know, to kind of get over things and to kind of just start fresh. Every day needs to be a new day. So I kind of make sure I do that, and I do what any actor, as a cliche, has to do: take care of myself, take care of what I eat. I make sure especially in the last 3-4 years, I really make sure I sleep before a shoot, you know, for 6 to 8 hours, and I eat right. I do try and bring in a workout every now and then. I think those things are important. It is my USP, so I have to do it.
Yeah, but with each growing year, you're looking much better.
I'm so glad. Even I think aging has worked for me. I never liked myself before. I always thought, oh God, it was very awkward.
Yeah. And you're one of the richest girls in the industry. You made so much money. What do you do with your investments?
You're going to get me caught with the IT.
But there have been raids in your place.
They have, yeah. There has been one, yeah, and it was not pleasant. But you know, Sridhar, I'm sensible. And again, that is all, it's all Uma, my mom. She's very sensible. We have a great way of planning investments, and I invest wisely. And also, I don't know, I come from a background where me and my mom, for us, money is, of course money is important. It's very important to everybody, but it's still secondary. There are certain things I will not do just because they're offering me, you know, a fancy package. I wouldn't. And I believe in, I think real estate is a good investment, jewelry is a good investment, the usual, yeah, I mean, I do invest sensibly, if I do say so myself, I do. Because I always think of a rainy day, and you know, like you said, even if I do want to marry, I always believe as a woman, I should be very secure in my life throughout.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what I'm always, that's my goal.
And you're fiercely independent yourself.
Fiercely, a little too independent, yeah.
All the best. And
Thank
let's
you.
hope